right, Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Go.
Motion. Bumps off the helmet. Here we go.
54. Go.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go, D. All day.
Ready?
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Pilot, 64. Wait. Check now.
On second down now, it's Mack, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
54. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Speed grip.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Griffin now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on second down, Griffin. This is Gordon on the dump-off. And he gets it down to the 32.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone down with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Go. Go.
Hey, zoom. Go.
Shotgun now for Manning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now a carry from Mack. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Eight yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd and 1, Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Wide, get wide. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run with Mack. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
To throw, it's Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Now Manning. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Manning. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. From the 40 now on second down. Griffin, he's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Griffin to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check 53, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. From the shotgun, Griffin. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Manning going to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check 9, check 9.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Ready? General West. Stop.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Griffin. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Sponge. No. Slam.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Check your backer. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Look at me. Score.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Shit.
From the gun, Manning. And the catch made by Hilton. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Switch. Shift. Watch the shift. 36. Check nickel.
Hey, exit.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got it to Hilton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
On the ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go again.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Manning. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch the
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
30 base. Score.
Here I come.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Now Mack, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check safety, check safety.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Launch 50, launch 50. Hey, tight.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Griffin. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Griffin. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, watch this.
They go play action. Griffin looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Keep playing.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Leo! Goose! He's coming! We got double up! Check! Fresno! Tighten up! Kill!
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Taken in at the 22. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go! Pick the flag. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
We're going to shut you down.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Good track. Quick the edge, quick the edge.
Play action. Manning. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the double.
Come on, 54's Mike. Check, check. What?
Look, squeeze.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Check, go.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
It's our time. It's our time. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Yep.
Motion, motion, motion.
Yo, 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 go, go.
Mike, 54.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. They come out here in the I. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
It's now 3rd and goal.
We go, set. 10 Lobo.
Hey, let's go now. Hey, let's go. Tommy Crouch. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Check 13. Check 13.
Shoot.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 61 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Lindsey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 12, Griffin to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing is Manning. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
Now Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Orbit.
45, 45, 45 is Mike, 45. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check, 40.
From midfield, here's Manning. Complete to Hilton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Check back 45. Check back 45. Zip guy. Check, zip guy. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
X3. 218. Chopper. Ready.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Too little, cut.
Now.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Here we go.
Shoot.
Quick throw here to Hilton. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
45. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Hey, seam 6.
45 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Deep river.
Working from the gun. Manning. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Griffin. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost him. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Rock it, rock it. Back, back, back. Let's go.
To throw is Manning. It's complete to Hopkins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Alpha. Y'all playing hard, hard.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Check 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Griffin. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
Come on, set. 15 on it. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
Throwing now is Griffin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
You see here, that's right. We can't be stopped.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go!
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
You're out!
Crunch. Check hot route. Hot. Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, lock it!
Hey, turn it up.
Right up!
So after the INT, it's Manning, escaping the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now!
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
6-6, bullet high. Hit it.
They'll run here with Mack. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They go right back to Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Go! 15 line it. 15 line.
65.
Ready?
On 1st down, Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The mic, boy. 51. Hey, keep it up. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Yeah.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike, 45. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
5.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Hey, Sam on.
Go full strength. Watch twist. He's checking. Crack.
First throw of overtime here for Manning. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Stand. Be grip.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Leo. Get it.
On 2nd down now. It's Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Look at me. Zipper.
45, Mike, 45. Get your swerve on. Kill.
Greystone travel.
Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Yes.
From the gun, it's Manning. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Griffin. They'll hit Jackson complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. Now Griffin on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play action. It's Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To throw again is Griffin. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here's Griffin. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.